Hello, everyone. I'm Makif Sultan, and this is my partner Christopher. As sorry, and this is our project for the course TDDD27 Advanced Web Programming, and this is our project. We can start. It's Brewfest. It's a website where we can create different brews and search for what other people have added and what recipes we have invented beforehand. And we can start up by logging in. Let's log in with Google. All right, here we can just search for all the ingredients we have available with us, and it'll give us all the recipes which are available for it. All right, so here we have 3 recipes. For beer, if you have beer, and you need obviously other things as well. And we can create new recipes by going to this create brew, and let's make a new recipe. Add some lemon juice and rum, whatever, if that makes sense. All right, so now we can search for this recipe using the ingredients, and there we have it. And after that, when you're done with it, you can log out, I guess, and then log in again. Okay, so this is our server. We used Python. When we're using Flask with it, we started off with restdb.io for our database, but then we shifted to Firebase because it's much simpler. Um, well, this was kind of hard to start off with, but well, it actually took quite a lot. I mean, enough time to more than anticipated to do this. These are parsers which allowed us to easily parse our queries and interact with the server. And these are the different calls and how we have taken care of the responses and everything. So this data fetcher service. This is where we essentially make all the calls to a server. These are all our URLs and the get ingredient recipe and recipe for ingredients. These are what we use in different components to essentially to get the data from the database and back and forth. Um, this observable, um, we use that to make sure that everywhere where we need the values updated, that can be done. This method seems to be, well, at least it worked better for us compared to this one, which we use in authentication service. So it doesn't seem to be working for, where it only works for simple data types. So, okay, this is our Google login function. It is pretty similar. We have a logout functionality right here, and the get user just gets the current user using different things. And this is our logged out guard, login guard, and login guard checks if we are logged in and make sure we are on the appropriate screen. As in, it makes sure that a person who's not logged in cannot access our the website's functionality. And right here we have the app routing module. It can activate the scan activate is a function from the router which can be extended to classes, and it returns a bool or an observable for bool, and checks if the access to the path is allowed. This the app module, and this way we got a lot of problems because the debugging is really not that easy here with respect to this file. While making the login function, we had an error that said we are not resolving a promise correctly. But the code looks fine, but because we actually had to add something here, we had to add a provider instead. So that and we were getting the error in a completely different place. This is a search result component, and this is where we load the components for search results. Um, we're using Component Factory, which is a tool for making dynamic components. This is the Component Factory here. This is the component we're making again, and we use in our case we make blue components right here, and we didn't have a problem with it, but we just wanted to talk about it because it's a really useful feature. We simply use an anchor here, directory, and we use that to anchor components to our HTML. Okay, so what we could have done better in the project, well, we could have used more types because we used any a lot, um, and we didn't use any validators for our inputs, so our users can enter whatever they like. We were thinking of doing them last, but we didn't have time for it.